Hello everybody, my name is Ace Carter, and today we have decided to do a video about different furries and how they have joined the fandom, and how different life experiences have drawn them even closer into the fandom. I have managed to gather several kinds of furries, ranging from fursuiters to non-fursuiters, to young furries to grey muzzles. This video will contain a lot of fluff and a lot of hyperactive meowing foxes. You know exactly who you are. This video has been put off for a while due to me being busy and other reasons as well. As you can see, this is a bit of a different style of video. I really hope you enjoy this kind of video. Also, I am reaching 1,000 subscribers, which is unbelievable considering I'm not active on this YouTube channel as much as I used to be. I'm really hoping in the future I am able to push out more content. Hopefully using these sprites and using my voiceover to voice my opinion on some things in the furry fandom and some furry fandom topics as well. If you want to see content like this in the future, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. If you enjoy it, if you don't like it, feel free to complain in the comments and moan about how much you hate furries, because we all know how much people love to do that. Anyway, enough coming from me. I'll let my little fluff buddies talk about how they managed to find their way into the fandom. And at the end, I will be talking about how I personally joined the fandom. So if you're wanting to see that, then stay tuned until the very end. Anyway, on with the video.
Hello, I am Stanley, and as you can possibly tell, I am a young fursuiter. And I've been in the furry fandom for about 4 years. I don't really know, I don't keep count, but they are possibly been the most amazing years of my life, because I haven't always had people to talk to, but since I've joined the fandom, I've had just people to talk to if I need advice or if I'm just lonely in general. The way I found the fandom is, when I was younger, I had music played, but it's not a thing anymore. But I found a person on my For You page of a fursuit, and as I was quite young, I was really curious on what it was. So I went onto the account to see what everything really was, and that's how I found it. Musical.ly was a thing. This person was really popular, and you might know her as Shepherd. And she's been a big inspiration for me for ages, and she's made me the person I am now, because I wouldn't be as kind as I am because she is such a sweet and lovely person, and I so recommend trying to talk to her. And she introduced me to one of my best friends now, who I see regularly, and it's amazing. I've been to 2 conventions and met one of my best friends named Trax, and unfortunately they left the fandom because they got death threats, but they're still one of my best friends now, and I love her to bits. No homo. But I went to 2 Comic Cons, and I've met hundreds of my IBFs, and they've honestly been the best days ever, because I never expected to be there when I was younger. And I've even met Shepherd herself, and it's shocking because she asked if I could take a photo, and I nearly cried because, you know, it's a big thing for me. And I took a photo with her and one of my friends that I hung out for half of the convention, and it was amazing. We may get a bad reputation, but we all need to remember there's a human underneath the suit, and it doesn't mean that we think that we're animals, etc. And that's what people think. Also, leading on to what my friend Addy said earlier on in the video, or after. If I didn't find that account, I wouldn't be who I am today and where I am. I have now got 1.5k on TikTok and got so many friends that I can just talk to. It's just, I've made a family really without even knowing. I have quite a supportive family, and they all think it's weird, but they love the fact that I'm different compared to everyone else. and they think that if I'm different, then tough. We have to put up with it because we can't change to be perfect for someone. And I think we all need to realise that, because everyone changes for people. I've met so many awesome people and it's never gonna, they've all made me the person I am now. And thank you for listening.
Okay, so I am coming to you live from the backseat of my car, and I've been asked to explain how I got into the furry fandom itself. Well, bit of a story. I came back from Europe in about 2004, and I found a forum for a movie that I really liked called Balto, and I found out that there were a couple members there who were into something that I wasn't familiar with called Furry. And at about that point in time, I did create a persona named Euro. It was a Wusky, and I didn't really do much with that character because I had just gotten into anime around the same time, and that sort of occupied my life for quite a while. The problem is the thing is that I kept that character, Euro, for quite a long period of time because I thought, look, I created something and I wanted to just at least keep it just in case I needed it for something. I didn't really feel the need to just toss that character aside because I had integrated so much of my life into that character. A couple of years onward, I finally did start getting involved in the fandom when I found that some of my friends in anime had moved to attending furry conventions. That was about 2014, 2015, and I had decided, look, I have a character, let's try and get some use out of it, let's try and do something with it, let's try and get involved with the local fandom. So I jumped into getting, attending the fur events, local fur events, attending furry conventions, and I had seen some of my friends also have fursuits, and I did have an alternative character, Pythak Jaguar. So I decided, look, there aren't a lot of Jaguar fursuits out there, why not? Why don't I also get a Jaguar fursuit? Just to try and diversify the crowd a bit. So alright, that's how I got this fursuit, and I've been doing more and more with it. I want to do more and more with it as well. And, well, that's how I am involved in the fur fandom to this day.
My first exposure really was Furry IRL on Reddit, which is just memes about furries. And before that, I was a bit of a weeb. Really liked anime, and I really like cute things. So as soon as I started seeing the furry fandom, I was just like, oh my god, this is not for me! And then just the, you know, descent into degeneracy just started there. Loads of memes, and it was a running joke with me and my friend that he kept saying, you know, you're a furry, you like this stuff. And I was just like, no, I'm not, I just like the memes. You know, as you do. And it all kind of culminated when my friend said he'd been in the fandom for a while and he's never been to a con. And so I suggested, let's both go to a con. And we went to Confuzzled, and that was my first proper interaction with furries.
Hi there, I'm AlanDragonWolf. Hope everyone's having a good day today. I'm a 39-year-old. I got into fandom kind of later than most people usually do. I'm male. I currently work as a system engineer doing computer work. The way I kind of got into fandom was I was looking at my life last year when I actually got into fandom. I decided what was in my life, what was good and bad, what I liked, what I didn't like, what would make me happier, that kind of thing. So I looked into everything. I realized I was always kind of the dragons and wolves. I always looked at the furry stuff a little bit, but really never got into it. I really started looking into it last year. I got into it more, kind of looked into the YouTube videos, the stuff behind it, that kind of thing. Really started to focus on it. I started looking at kind of find other local furries, you know, like a local area, looked on Facebook, tried to find people that were also doing furry stuff locally. So one of the first things I did once I started making local furries is meeting up with them, having like monthly meetups, and the bowling, picnics, that kind of thing. We found places online to kind of chat groups, Facebook groups. I got us that place a few times, we used to hang out, have meals together, that kind of thing. A few weeks after that, I was looking at the fursuit stuff online and said that, within like a year or so I might be able to get a fursuit. Some of the local furries already have fursuits and stuff like that. They pointed to their maker, and about 3 weeks later, their maker had a fursuit sale. It's one of the refurbished partial suits that the owner of the company was actually selling. And I saw that online, it was on sale, they were trying to get rid of it. So I went ahead and purchased it. This is this suit here. And I've loved it ever since. So I was going to wait a year to buy a suit, and it's only waiting 3 weeks. So I bought this one. It's been a lot of fun. I really like this character. It's very similar to the owner of the company. It's made by Omega Suit Studios. And the owner was Ohm, who's the owner of the company. She had made some changes to the character. It's still very similar to her character because he was with Ohm. Some of the same features, the ears and the tongue and the eyes and all that have changed from her character. And now his name is Watt. My name actually is AlanDragonWolf, but the actual character name is Watt. We had a lot of fun using him for the last year or so. Going to conventions, meetups, meeting people online, doing stuff like that in chat groups. Since getting this suit and starting to get more and more involved in the fandom, I've been to a few conventions over last year. The first one I went to was Denver, in Denver, Colorado. It was a lot of fun. It's my first furry convention. It was a blast. Meeting all the other furries and just hanging out and doing stuff was a really great time. Since then I did furry migration, and in December I actually went to MFF, which was a big surprise. It was very, very big. There was a lot of furries there, a lot of stuff to do, but it was an amazing time and I had a lot of fun. One of the other major things I've been doing since coming into the fandom last year is a lot of work in TikTok. I made a TikTok channel, I started new videos. I started small, I started doing more and more, got more fans, I really got more into it, really started spending time on it. It's done pretty well so far, I think. In just less than a year, I think I have about 22,000 fans right now, which was amazing. I just kept growing and growing, beyond what I could possibly imagine. And I've gotten a bunch of fan art through TikTok, which really surprised me. I never expected to get fan art from people, but that happened, and really surprised me a lot, and I really love those people that made me fan art. I loved all the art they've done for me. It was amazing. Since doing TikTok, I've also started doing YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. YouTube I mainly use just to copy my TikTok videos over there, and then the duets that people do with me, I also copy up to YouTube so people can see those as well, which you can't really see on TikTok. On Instagram I just kind of do posting my videos, and pretty much the same thing on Twitter. Just post updates of what's going on, maybe conventions I'm going to, some of the TikTok videos I post on there as well. It's just a lot of fun, just keep communication going, chat with other furries I know, let news out there to help other people with stuff as well. One of the things I really enjoy about being in the furry fandom, being online doing TikToks and chatting in some of the chat groups, is helping other furries out. Whenever I see someone's got an issue, I'll try to help out however I can with just talking to them, helping out with some stuff. I know sometimes artists have issues or emergency commissions. If I can help out, I'll kind of help out with that. Send them some money, get some artwork, help them out if they need it. Whether it's emergency medical bills or whatever's going on in their life, just try to help out the best that I can. Gives me a lot of greatness in my heart. I try to help out other people whenever I can. So the future for me is kind of the same as what I've already been doing. I want to kind of keep doing TikToks. Try to get some more into some of the YouTube stuff, maybe some original content for YouTube itself, not just copying my TikToks over there. And try to get some of the other social media stuff going more as well, with the Twitter and stuff, try and get a following and try and keep up to date information, how things going, what's going on in the fandom, conventions and stuff like that. So really help out people and just really enjoy the fandom. Since I've been in the fandom, it's been an amazing time. I've had so much fun going to conventions, meeting people, hanging out with other furries, talking to them, and it's just been a great time. So I hope everyone enjoys everything. And so in closing, I just want to say, I hope everyone out there enjoys the furry fandom, if you're just getting into it, try out a bunch of stuff, try out some communication, Telegram groups, hanging out with locals if you can find them. And just hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Hi guys, it is Zephyr, and I am a furry. Some might see that as a bad thing. I don't. I absolutely adore the fandom. I adore everybody that I've come in contact with. It's so accepting. The way that I got into the fandom is actually from a friend of mine in my information technology class back in high school. So I've been a fur roughly since about 2009 to 2010. And the way that he went about it, kind of introducing me to the term, was he just seemed really nervous and said, "I'm a furry." And I was like, "Cool. What is that?" And he's like, "I'm not explaining anything. Go home, get on Google, do your research, and if you like what you see, then I'll explain more." And that's exactly what I did. I went home, Googled the term furry, found the art, found suitors, and all that, and just immediately fell in love with it. Whenever I went back to talk to him, he explained about all the hate that they receive, or that they receive, and how it's pretty much unfounded that the majority of haters believe it to be some sort of malicious community, even though that's not the case. As with any fandom, there's bad eggs in it, so that try to ruin it for everybody else, plus the way that the media portrays it, and no, it's no bueno. So I actually lost contact with him shortly after high school, but here recently I've been messaging him because I have him on Discord still, and explain to him, like, send him pictures that I've commissioned or art that I've commissioned of Zephyr, and that I've commissioned a suit and all that, and he's like, "I didn't think you jumped feet first into it, honestly." And the only response I had for him was like, "Well, yeah, if it's something new and it's something really interesting and cool, then like I'll jump head first into it. I really I really don't mind spending like a ton of money on something that I really enjoy." So but yeah, that's my story, I guess.
Hi there. You can call me Glenn. Obviously not my real name. But yeah, as for this, started many years ago. I really lost count really. But it's always been something I've been into. I was curious, looked around a bit, didn't never really know you existed. Went on DeviantArt, found this artist I really liked, so looked in the little image tabs, and I pretty much found you. So thanks, I guess. So I sort of got into it a bit. Didn't really do much until it was, I think, what would it be now, 2016? Something pretty terrible happened. Almost dying pretty much. And yeah, since then I've been trying to do as much as I can. Started going out around 2018ish, and then went to my first meet, and then first convention. Great times. Some of my best friends in it as well, really. Wouldn't trade it for anything. So, but yeah, pretty much it. found an artist I liked, and then found this place. Still doing art as well. So yeah, thanks for inviting me to do this. Not very often I get to do this. I've got my own YouTube channel, but obviously I don't really post on it much because I don't really know what to post half the time. But yeah, that's it really. Thanks.
Hello! Hi everyone! So, I will introduce myself. My name is Revnge. So, I am a Black Panther, and I've been in the fandom for about 5 years now. About 5 years, yeah, about 5 years. So, and a big question has been asked, why did I join the furry fandom? Or why, basically, like, why did I join the furry fandom? So, the main reason was because previously I was in a very, very bad relationship, and it broke me down mentally and physically. And I just had nowhere to turn to. I had nowhere to go. I just didn't feel like I was wanted anywhere. So, my current fiance introduced me to the furry fandom. So it created a whole new aspect for me, something that I didn't expect to happen. So the very first one, or the very first con that I went to was AnthroCon, because we were living at Pittsburgh at the time. And that truly opened up my eyes to a whole new world. Literally a whole new world. I've experienced so many good things from this fandom. I've created so many new friends. I've gained so many new aspects of life. It's completely changed my whole... I don't even know how to put it into words. It's just an amazing feeling. Like, the very first con at AnthroCon that I went to, it showed me a whole new world, as I repeat myself. A whole nother side to something that I didn't even know I had until it came out. So it was like, okay, I'm this brand new person to the furry fandom. I have no idea what I'm doing. I am scared out of my mind, and I am just terrified. What am I gonna do? But luckily my fiance, who helped me out, explained it to me, he was like, you can try this out to see if you are okay with it or if you like it, because you never know. So it was something completely different, and I was in such a hurry because I was like, you know what? I've researched, I've done pictures, I've seen pictures, and it's like, what do I need to do? I want to get a suit. It looks amazing. So Revnge was created, and I absolutely love him. Revnge was made by Alpha Suitors. It was phenomenal. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't change anything about it. But going back to AC, getting to talk to people in and out of suit, getting their backgrounds, where they're from, where they traveled from. They literally come from every corner of the earth. It is unbelievable. I never knew there was that many furries at all. It completely blew my mind. Like, I had no idea what was going on. But then kept going to cons, meeting new people. I have the best friends, the amazing friends that I've met and got to connect with from all the cons that I've went to. And it's like, I've developed new families from these cons. It's absolutely amazing. AC we went to, and the local one here, which is for SonaCon. Absolutely breathtaking. It is absolutely amazing. And I've met new people. I've got new aspects on how to host a panel, how to staff, you know, how to help out where I'm needed. It is absolutely amazing. And I am truly honored to be in this fandom. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I really wouldn't. It opened my eyes to a whole new side. And yes, I know there's a whole other side that I've seen throughout the research, but it doesn't affect me. It doesn't. Yes, the world sees that side. They see that side and thinking, oh my God, you're a furry, you're disgusting. No, some of us actually do this to escape reality. Some of us actually do this so that way we can feel confident about ourselves. Some of us do this to inspire children, to make children laugh, have a good time. I don't understand how some people can just portray it as one side and not see the other side. I don't understand it. But I absolutely love this fandom. I really do. I love this community. I am so grateful for this community. And I wouldn't change it for the world at all. I wouldn't. But thank you for allowing me to speak my mind and showing you who Revnge is. So thank you so much. And I have a saying, if you watch my YouTube channels, you will see it. But I always have a saying, and it really truly speaks to my heart. So you choose your own destiny. Don't let no one else choose it for you.
Hi. My name's Starrik, and I'm a space dog. I was asked to make a video about how I got into the fandom, why I'm in the fandom, and stuff like that. So, how I got into the fandom is I was 9 years old, and my cousin, my younger cousin, actually sat me down and said, hey, you like video games? There's this video game named Furcadia. I was like, okay, what is it about? Mind you, I've been drawing humanoid animals since I was like 5 because of the movie Bedknobs and Broomsticks. It's a Disney movie. Yeah. But, yeah. I had just gotten a computer, but I wasn't allowed to do anything without my mom being there, so, of course, 9 years old, and so, yeah, I went on to, this was back in the day that AOL was an actual internet service, dial-up, stuff like that, and I had already been going into, like, chat rooms for artists that drew anthropomorphic animals. And so I joined Furcadia thinking, oh, this is going to be so fun. And it was so fun. It helped me develop, be creative and stuff with my wording. And so my original Sona, which is Emerald Viox, was born. Started off as Emerald Stars and went to Emerald Viox. I soon developed past the green and black stage of my edginess, and I still have the character because the character is really original. I like it, stuff like that. It's just not my Sona, just like Starrik isn't my Sona anymore. But that's how I got into the fandom. Why do I stay? For the creativity, to doing something bigger than myself. I wear suits, and it's to cheer people up. Not me, it's to make other people's lives happy. I think that's another reason why I joined the fandom too, because I saw an opportunity to spread positivity in a way that was unique and was very personalized, if you could say that. I think it means personal, yeah. But that's why I stayed. How I got into it was for Cadia and AOL, like chat rooms, and I met people that role-played. There was this one guy, this one gay couple that I met that role-played Pinky in the Brain, and I was really, really close to them. They knew how old I was. They were older gentlemen, but they weren't gonna go after me, and they weren't like predators or anything. They were just silly age regressors. That's why they liked age regression. So that's probably why they liked role-playing Pinky in the Brain so much. So I miss them. I had a whole big group of friends surrounded with roleplay and furries and just cartoons. And then I started to get busier in school and we just kind of broke it up. But also, this was back in the day where Yahoo Instant Messenger was so popular and stuff like that. And ICQ. I'm old. Let's just get this out there. I'm old. And, well, not as old as some people, but I'm old. Anyways, I hope that answers your question. I mean, it's nothing like grandiose. The fandom didn't, like, I didn't join the fandom because I knew it was going to save my life. I joined the fandom because I knew that I could expand my reach to doing something good for other people. Like, it is what it is, man. I hope that's enough. And I hope to see you guys and stuff later. Bye.
Hi guys, snowywolfy here, and I just want to talk about how I got to the furry fandom. Pretty much what this video is about. How I got to the furry fandom was I was 6 years old, and right now I'm 20 years old right now, so it's been very long years since I was a furry. How I got into the furry fandom though, I was watching YouTube videos about them, and it's pretty interesting about the community that everyone's all friendly, and everybody's like cosplaying, and everybody's dressing up as animals and just doing a little role play, and which is I used to do when I was a little kid still, and I still do on this day with like one of my friends, and I can't speak. There's a one specific furry that I know of that got me into the furry fandom was, his name is Airy, and second, Majiro Strawberry. Just the way they were talking about the whole community and, you know, just in general how they were talking about it, like, you don't have to, like, dress up fully like a fursuit or a partial suit, which is, I'm wearing a partial suit right now, and you guys can now see I'm a wolf. So, the thing is, I joined the community, or joined the furry community because, everybody's being the favorite animals to dress up as, and mine is like a wolf, so why not to be a full wolf, which is, I'm very obsessed with wolves, and my spirit animal is a wolf, and I got a lot of like wolf things around my old house and over here, so. And obviously you can see I'm wearing a white outfit. It's an Arctic wolf, by the way, an Arctic wolfie. And my mouse is moving, so that's what's awesome about this. I had this head for 6 years, and that's pretty crazy. It never breaks. Well, it's about to be one day, but anyways though, I highly suggest to be in this community because it's very friendly. Everybody's really nice, and obviously if everybody loves hugs and cuddles and, you know, all etc., then they should definitely come in the community because I do love hugs from these other furry people. It's really nice, and it feels you're home with these people. And honestly, I just feel like all the furries that I have met, they're my family, like my brothers and my sisters. Not really though, just more of like a furry family kind of way, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about for now. I'll put Aries' name right there just so you guys can look him up later. But he's very tall, he's very squeaky. I love his squeakiness, that's why I got me a squeaky bone whenever I go to like cons and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say for now. And you guys want to look me up, I got TikTok, Telegram, and then you guys want to communicate with me, you guys can hit me up. And also, I just want to say too that this furry community is really awesome because these people do not judge for who you are and what you look like, or just any kind of way that you're talking, your looks. They don't judge at all, and that's me. That's totally me. I never judge anybody. I talk to everybody the best I can. That's why I make videos, to make people happy, entertained, and try my best to talk with everybody that I know that are following me, and etc. But this community is awesome. I think you guys should definitely join if you guys have that kind of a thing that turn to animals and dressing up and stuff. So but I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Anyways, back to me. I will now be telling you how I personally joined the fandom. It all started when I was about 13 years old and I was drawing FNAF characters in middle school. If you didn't know, FNAF stands for Five Nights at Freddy's. It was a horror game with anthropomorphic animals that would jump scare you. Anyway, one day when I was looking for references, I came across an anthropomorphic animal. At first, I never really understood what it was. I thought it was just, hey, it might have just been a Disney character. I then later found out it was a furry and it was someone's persona. At that point, I really didn't jump into the fandom, but I found out that it was in existence and I kind of knew that it was there. A few years later, I was drawing feral dogs and someone came up to me and said, "Ooh, that's a furry. Ew, you're a furry." Of course they meant it in a mean way because, let's be honest, the fandom doesn't have a very good reputation. Because I thought it was a bad thing because of all the stigma behind the fandom, I kind of shook my head and just went no, no, no. Later on, I actually decided to do some research on the fandom. I later found out that it actually wasn't all sex-based, and it was more community-related than anything. I then later on thought it was cool and decided to draw myself a persona. My very first persona was a red and blue dog named Hot Dog. I honestly won't go into details about this, but you can just scroll down in my YouTube channel and you'll be able to see some animation memes that I made when I was very young. But what really struck me after being in the fandom for a few months were these things called fursuits. I honestly first didn't get the point of them, as they were just overpriced carpets in my eyes at that point. But they started to grow on me. Like, seriously, started to grow on me to the point of where I decided to make my very first fursuit. At this point, I was about 14 and had been in the fandom for about a year or so. Here I am, almost 4 years later, still making fursuits to this day. And honestly, fursuits are literally the biggest thing in the fandom for me, because honestly, I don't know why they interest me so much. Again, I may just be biased because I am a fursuit maker, but there's something about dressing up as a different character and being able to act like a different person. Like, how cool is that? Anyway, that's how I kind of joined the fandom. To be honest with you, doing some research with most people join the fandom through the arts and through like fursuits as well. Like, someone ends up looking at art online and then you end up doing some more research into the fandom and you find out it's actually not that bad as people may like make it seem. And then you end up joining this fandom because you think it's so cool. And it is, it honestly really is. I really do love this fandom. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of the video. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe, hit the like button if you like it. If you don't like it, then you just, I don't know, dislike it, but comment if you want to comment on something, how you joined the fandom. Comment on how you joined the fandom. If you're not in the fandom, then I do apologise. Sorry, you just watched a furry video for a good 40 minutes. Congratulations. Anyway, have a good rest of the week. This is Ace Carter, and I will see you guys later.